Welcome to Thurdyish podcast, everyone. Do we sound different? Do we sound better?
Probably because we're actually speaking in our microphones this time.
We are.
So,
do you guys notice on IG Live that you can see our faces? Let me upgrade you. Let me upgrade. What's that Beyonce song? Let me upgrade you.
I don't know what the song is, but
it's
yes,
like let me upgrade you.
You transport me there, and so I just know the singer.
Well, I will take you there.
Yeah, you always take me there.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Thurdyish podcast. Hi, everyone on the live. Hello, friends.
Hello.
How are you, Shay?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. You got your hair in a little bun today.
I know it's finally long enough that I can do it.
It's
got
so
little
cute.
Wispies. Yes. Thank you.
The little wisps.
Full of secrets. Whoa.
You guys hear what they're listening to in the back?
Clearly listening to How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that picks it up.
It does. But
Anyways, we got new mics. Shay got us new mics.
Well, the mics are the same. It's just the equipment that holds the mic is a little different.
Got it.
I don't got that kind of cheddar, girl.
Oh, I was like, damn, she bought brand new mics.
No.
Okay.
Just different stands.
It. But still, this is
because we kept trying to pull up the table last time.
It did.
So,
and I'm a klutz.
It's fine.
So
we're all klutz.
It's for the best.
But look, we went not a whole month.
We did.
Like, here we are.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah. So applaud on us.
Here we are together again.
Yeah.
There's a puppy running around somewhere, and she's not much bigger, but she's still adorable.
Yes. She is. She's pretty fun.
You guys remember Penelope? Yeah, she's still around. Don't worry.
Yeah. Her ears are
very perked up.
Very perked up. She's got very big ears.
She's becoming the perfect French bulldog.
She's already perfect, and I love her so much.
She is literally perfect and adorable. What's going on? What's happening? What's been going on in your life?
Nothing. Just working. Just doing that day-to-day grind bullshit.
Day-to-day grind. Right.
Oh, I thought you were
you're behind. Oh no. You want to cheers?
I mean,
should we talk about our drink? Because we should put our little things on it.
Oh, we should. Yeah, we got fancy today. Look at how summery this is.
I know. It's like a frozen beverage. I kind of know what's in it.
Do you? I wasn't paying attention.
So this was made by Shay's sister-in-law.
Yeah, she made it.
She's our master resident bartender.
Aren't
Crystal.
they called like a mixologist?
Yes, she is our resident mixologist. And she made us some mixed berry, pineapple.
We're still presenting them.
Coconut, lime.
Bullshit.
Delicious frozen beverage with vodka in it. Mm-hmm. And we're going to call it...
Delicious.
Sundown Surprise.
Oh, that sounds like something you get when you are buying a streetwalker. But whatever.
That's the special package that you can receive.
Okay. Perfect. Sounds great.
Oh, we didn't put this on it, though.
Oh yeah, we're going to do like a little
She suggested float. We did a float of Chambord. Mm-hmm. You guys see that? Chambord, if you want to sponsor us, just let us know.
Perfect.
We're here.
Right behind Topo Chico.
Right there.
Coca-Cola, I guess.
You could literally just put Chambord into Topo Chico and have a great little cocktail.
Let's see how much you're going to... Oh.
We're just going to splash it.
Okay.
And there we go. We're going to splash it.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay.
I splash Shay's way more.
Oh, you're doing a little bit more on yours, I feel like. Because I usually end up like half in the like fucking 3 sheets of the wind by the time my turn comes around.
Do you guys see this float? You don't, do you?
It's not a float. It's like an ocean of Chambord, but that's fine.
It's a raft. It's not really a floaty.
It's fine.
It's a ship.
It's a ship. It's gonna take us
a ship of Chambord right on top.
Take us to the land of just dreams, and it's gonna be great.
Well, this reminds me of that one time I went to the Bahamas and all the cocktails had like a fucking shot of rum on top of it.
That's how they get you boozy.
Oh, that's how you get real drunk.
Hi, Auntie. I miss you too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not. I sucked it right down.
So good.
That's great with the Chambord.
It's like summer in a cup.
It is. It's like a raspberry dreamsicle smoothie. Okay. What are we doing? Who are we?
Well, we are just human meat popsicles floating on this giant
whatever
rock.
The fuck's going on.
It's fine.
No. Hey, I hope you guys are doing good out there, because
especially you ladies.
We're doing good. Mm-hmm. Can I hear it for the ladies?
I'll pour one out for them.
Some Chambord right into our glass. We just did.
Right. What did you roll last?
I rolled wild, and boy,
did you find a good one?
Wild. I mean, it's not that wild. It's gonna be pretty silly and fun.
Okay.
And it's gonna be very pop culture. Yes. We're gonna get right into the now and get hip to the things we're not hip about. Now, apparently, because we are 30-ish.
Into this. Mine's probably gonna be a little bit different because I rolled. What did I roll? Paranormal.
Yeah,
but it's a good one. I'm kind of surprised we haven't done it yet, but we're gonna do it now.
I'm excited.
You should be excited.
I'm excited to see what you're about to spew on me.
I mean, you're gonna have to wait like at least however long yours is gonna be. But
it'll be about 30 minutes. 25 maybe.
Okay.
I feel like there was something I wanted to talk about today on our intro.
Well,
there was one thing I wanted to talk about last week because I was just listening to a Smartless podcast, which is one of my new favorite podcast guys.
Yeah,
they'll host us one day.
God, wouldn't that be the dream?
They're gonna interview us, Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, and Sean Hayes. But the problem is with a
podcast, you have to like speak on it, and if the three of, even just one of them were talking to me, I'd just be like,
"Oh, we'll be on their level then." So we'll be just like spewing the shit, you know.
I'm into it. Okay. I'm into that energy.
Anyways, they were talking on the podcast. Will Arnett was talking about glory holes. And
it was the John Mulaney episode.
Yes. And I was like, because he was talking about how some guy that he works with, it was a guy that works on set with whatever, like his Lego show or something. Mm-hmm. And the guy was like, did you know that at the department store down the street, there is a very popular place that you can go like see a glory hole or something?
Yes.
And Will Arnett was like, what? And then apparently it's a popular place in LA where there's actually glory holes in a department store, and it's like very well known that that's what you go to do there.
Yeah.
But it's like a fucking department store, and I was like, that is hilarious. And also like people do that. And I just was like,
different strokes for different folks.
Literally, man. All sorts of strokes probably happened in that bathroom.
Probably very crunchy.
In the department store on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. Anyways, that was one thing I was going to talk about, but other than that,
nothing else.
I got nothing. I just wanted to talk to you guys about glory holes. Yeah. And if you've ever seen one, don't tell me.
Yeah, we don't need to share it.
Don't tell me, actually.
We don't need to share it.
I mean, you could tell me if you're like, I saw one in a trucker bathroom.
Well, that
but
also...
not that you like saw something in the glory hole, just that you like saw it.
Maybe.
Like, don't tell us your personal experiences, like one time at 6 o'clock.
If it wasn't consensual, maybe go to the police.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's true. But that could be crime.
That could be crime.
And then we could use it on our podcast for material. Okay. So if you do have a great glory hole story and it has to do with crime and it wasn't consensual, let us know. Just kidding. Don't. What?
The point is, just don't talk about it. Okay.
Don't talk about glory holes, apparently, because...
How many times do you think we could say glory holes?
Glory hole.
Okay, anyway.
Old glory. I mean, it was just...
wrap this up.
Old glory? Old glory hole?
It's kind of different, but sure.
I'm going to get
I mean, they both kind of get excited
assaulted.
And they explode. Well, maybe no, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're going to keep
when the rocket's red glare.
Oof, yikes.
Okay. So
here we go.
We're going to get into our podcast.
Yes.
You rolled paranormal. I rolled wild, which means I got to pick whatever I chose.
And I'm excited about it.
Okay, cool. Well,
ASMR.
Well, we miss you guys. We loved you. Yeah, cheers. We're going to eat our little pineapple.
Oh, we're going to eat it. You got to soak it in there, girl.
Oh, yeah. I got to get that in there.
Once an alcoholic never leaves you.
Okay. That's... Cheers to that. Yes. All right. Well, see you guys on the flip side. And enjoy the show. Today we're getting really fucking 30-ish, okay?
I'm ready.
Because today we're talking about Gen Z.
Okay, I'm into this. I'm excited. I'm ready. Here I go.
We're getting so #30ish today.
Okay.
Because, I was looking at some things on the internets, and there's just this shit popping up about Gen Z talking shit about us for this, or what's like everyone, Gen Z is what everyone's looking at Gen Z,
That is true.
Everyone's looking at them.
Yeah.
People are making fun of them. People are like supporting them. What's going on, So I was like, we're going to keep this fun and light, and we're going to talk about Gen Z today.
Okay.
We're going to get real gossip, folks.
I'm into this. I'm into this energy.
We're just gonna get hip to what apparently we should be hip to. Which really, what I want you to take from this is that, do whatever the fuck you want, and don't listen to the media bullshit.
Okay, perfect.
What they want to feed us, who knows?
Okay, I get that. It's just a giant PSA. It's just a public service announcement.
It is.
Okay, got it.
But also, it's funny because apparently there's it's a big thing.
Oh, okay.
Gen Z versus millennials.
Oh, well, I did know about that. So it's the age-old classic Civil War. Let's just be real.
It is. It is classic.
It's our modern one.
It is. Okay, so
here we go.
So who is Gen Z? Who are they, huh? They're Tide Pod eating, TikTok obsessed.
So let me guess, though. I can't remember.
Just kidding.
But I'm pretty sure they are from... It's from 2000... No. Is it 90... No. It's 2003 to now, right?
No.
Am I close?
No, because it's 97.
97? I was going to say 97.
Yeah, so...
So it's 97 to now?
Yes, so it's 97 to 2012 are Gen Z. Now, they're all 10 to 25 years old. So technically my nephew's a Gen Z. He's 11.
So my cousin is a Gen Z.
Yeah, your cousin's a Gen Z for sure. Austin, you made the cusp. You're a millennial, buddy.
You lucky son of a bitch.
Good thing he's our fact checker.
One of us.
He's only allowed.
Yes.
And basically 30ish is just another word for millennial.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
But also, everyone always wants to be 30. It's like Forever 21, but like really the real deal, because everyone wants to be in their 30s forever.
It's true.
If you ask anyone older than us, they wish they were.
And everyone tells me that, just like oh no, if I could go back, my 30s were my best years. My 30s is like where I wanted to be. Like I would, if I could like live forever, my 30s, I would. It wouldn't be my 20s, it would be my 30s, because 30s was like enough wherewithal. Like you learned a lot from your 20s.
Yeah, at least
had
all the boomers
mistakes,
for sure.
Right, and you had like you're solid, like who you were as a person and like where you were going in life. And like, when back in the 90s when you could afford A, B, C, and D, like you were super stable. It wasn't like now where you have to decide between a house and teeth. It's like a whole fucking thing. But and then like they also, my parents said that too, like they just, there was something else about their 30s that they really, really, and that's what it was. They weren't too old to do shit, is what they said. So,
but then when we're in our 40s, it'll be like the new 30s.
I think that's what it's gonna be
forever,
right?
And that's just how you always have to live your life, right?
You're as young as you feel.
I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
It's fine.
So, Gen Z is the largest generation in American history. Did you guys know that? I didn't. It makes sense. Currently making up 27% of the population in the U.S. at least.
It's the biggest generation.
Yeah, apparently.
Interesting.
They are the most ethnically diverse generation ever.
Well, good on you, Gen Z. Good on you. Good on you. Well, good on your parents, actually. Let's be real about that.
Yes, good job, guys. Mixing it up. That keeps your shit strong. I don't know.
That was hilarious. Thank you.
Keeps your shit strong.
Yeah.
Also, Gen Z doesn't trust the government or brands more than any other generation, and for very good reason. They're able to see literally everything right in front of their face before.
That is true.
Yeah. Like now we all have, like they've never known a world without the internet.
Yeah,
and,
that's true. It is funny to see those
or
memes.
Cell phones.
Right.
Really.
It is really funny to see those memes, like just like trying to figure it when they look at like, hey, I showed this like a pencil sharpener to like my fucking niece or nephew, and they're like, what the fuck is that? Like, and they're trying to figure out what it is, or like any like on your phones, or like how MapQuest is like obsolete, but
I know
it's so weird.
It's weird.
It's so fucking weird.
It's wild because, and I know that like obviously like we have a lot more than our parents' generation did, or like even
as
the
millennials,
you know, like as yeah, but it's just like they have so much at their fingertips.
They do, and they
have this whole time.
They do, but I think there's been points to like be made about how millennials are the superior generation
because we got a taste of it all.
Because we're able to, what is it like? We know when you're being scammed, although they're getting really fucking tricky now. But we're also
it's getting real tricky,
right? Like we were like, we're not afraid of like talking on the phone or whatever, because that is the other thing about with Gen Zers too, is like they have like this thing about not talking on the fucking phone, and they're like, I get anxiety, which I'm like, I'm sure that's a fucking thing because they've
never
know.
had to do it,
right? But like, you were talking on your phone fucking for hours.
Yeah, like 3 hours with your friends.
100%. But I feel like
mom had to yell at you on the line she picked up from her own room. Get off the phone.
Right. Where I feel like Gen Zers though, like they have like this ball buster attitude where they don't give a fuck, which is amazing to me, which I don't have that. Like you always like, it was like always about like having to appease or play the game, so to speak. That's what my dad always said. Play the game or whatever, you have to pay your dues. And like Gen Z is like, we're not doing that. We want to go to the high horse we want to go to the front of the line.
And I feel like there's a lot more representation for different types of people now, like which is incredible, because it was always just like, oh, every movie, everyone's the same. Everyone, or every fucking every magazine cover, every fucking,
but it's just packaged differently.
And then that's all. But then that's all we had to look at. But now it's like there's like, oh, you can be into, like, I don't know, it's just it's wild.
Like you said, like everything's at your fingertips. Like, and how do you? Again, I'm sure you're gonna get into that, but like, how do you combat that? Right. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
I'm probably not going to get into that.
Okay, that's fair.
We're keeping it pretty surface level light.
Yeah.
So another thing about these little Gen Zers is they're very nostalgic for the 2000s.
Which is funny to me.
Which, I mean, I guess they were alive, but...
They were alive.
Like, they're trying to bring back the flip phone.
Yes.
Do you know that?
But I'm just like, dude, you weren't...
Yeah, like, is it even ready to be brought back?
No, it's not. But I will say it is pretty cool.
There's now iPhone cases that look like BlackBerry's flip phones, and the original thick ass iPod.
Did you?
Dope.
Yeah, everything.
Why don't they have like an iPad? Why don't they have like an iPhone that looks like a Game Boy?
Yeah, everything has to be retro, right?
Yeah.
The amount of things that I wish I had saved.
I like that.
Because, and we're like, look, we're trying to build an empire on fucking nostalgia, but the difference is we were in it. I'm just joking.
We lived it. They're also trying to bring wired headphones back, which I'm all about. I fucking hate AirPods. Fuck those little...
Don't hate that. I actually really...
Fuck those little Bluetooth
I have the
brain
AirPods,
suckers.
right? I have the AirPods, and like, they're okay, but in all honesty, I prefer my wired ones. And that's like, I'm like, God, that makes me feel old. But I'm just like, I don't know. They're reliable. I don't have to fucking charge them. It's great.
It's like, you guys didn't think of them. You didn't invent them, but you can bring them back.
You can bring it back. That's fine
cool
with me.
Because everyone looks to the young people to bring back the trends, you know?
It's true.
That's what they're doing.
But why is it, like, did they say why they want it? It's just nostalgic for them to bring the wired headphones back.
They just are like really like that. They're very nostalgic for that early 2000s kind of vibes.
You know what they wouldn't be nostalgic for? For like the 1995 times of when you had your fucking Discman where you couldn't, like, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go to the fridge. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it really still on my palm so it doesn't skip.
Yeah, you guys want to bring that back? I bet you don't.
And carry around your fucking your fucking binder of CDs, because you have to listen to like things in an order, but you didn't have your time to do a mixed CD, so you have to take them all, and you have to. It's a whole thing.
It is a whole thing.
Yeah. Anyway, come on. Sorry.
Speaking of CDs, literally, so I live in a little town called LaPorte, and it is very quaint, and like there's one little grocery store there, and I swear to God, it hasn't been updated since the 90s. Literally, they also sell the best graph paper notebook in the town, in our whole town there.
First of all,
that's what I use to write my things in for my business.
Why
is a
graph paper?
I love graph paper. I love the little quads. I love those little squares.
Such a millennial.
I love it. True to my heart.
Yeah.
So anyways, they had CD pens where you write on CDs. And I was like, Have these been in here since 2000?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
They have CD pens.
It's a literal marker for CDs. I'm going to post it. I took a picture of it, guys. Don't you worry.
You mean like a Sharpie?
It's basically a Sharpie, but it is literally specifically for CDs and writing on CDs and DVDs.
Does it like not smudge?
I guess, but
interesting.
Like,
all right.
what? But like, they sell that
now.
Now they sell it. It's at It's at Overland Foods.
Who has CD? Well, I mean, you know what?
Exactly. Is it been there for that long, or do they really just sell those a lot?
You should like look at the back, and it'll be like trademark 1997.
Probably.
Yeah.
I should have. All right, so CD markers, guys, look out for those. They're the hottest new trend for Gen Z.
It's got everything.
Apparently, it's a Gen Z thing.
Huh. Okay.
They're like, we need CD markers. Just kidding. It's not a Gen Z thing.
Okay.
The thing about Gen Z is, yeah, they like the old stuff, but they want it mixed in with the new, sustainable, and social awareness piece, which is like,
they want to make it better.
They want to make the world better.
They want to make solar-powered, like, Lisa Frank stickers. I get it.
And I feel like obviously millennials, we all want to make the world better, but sometimes some of us get a little too bitchy about it. You know, we're like just bitching.
And don't do anything about it.
And then nothing moves forward. But there's like, oh, well, fucking make this, but we're not going to use it if you have straws.
Right.
Okay.
And that's what is very cool about Gen Z, because they are
They make shit happen.
They make shit happen.
Just know that they can.
Exactly.
They don't let anyone.
Well, just like what I was just saying.
They don't let anyone tell them no.
Well, just like the point that I was talking about earlier was like, they don't, which is like I feel like a positive and a con with them, right? Like, they go to the fucking front of the line and they don't ask anybody for any permissions, but it also sucks for our generation being like, no, you fucking assholes, you go in the back and you pay your fucking dues, and that's old timer, and you're just like, that's not fair. And it's like, that is a very boomer way of thinking, but like, it frustrates me still. Do you know what I mean?
There's some dues to be paid, no matter who you are.
I agree. See,
but sometimes you don't have to do things in the same way that other people did.
Correct.
When you see a struggle, or you see that it doesn't fucking work,
right?
And I get that
they do take the opportunity, and they
some
fucking
of them are
run with
spoiled little brats, and that's what I don't like.
I don't like the attitude,
because they don't want to work. Some of them.
By the way, I'm sure a lot of you Gen Zers are awesome, but there are some attitudes that I'm just like, I want to punch them in the fucking entitled face.
If I have to show you how to sweep one more fucking time, I am gonna lose my goddamn mind.
God. Okay, I've got a great example. Okay, so my sister works at an Alamo Draft House. I will not say which one, and she has an employee there, and I don't know her name, which that's probably good. And she has to, well, number one, probably because they're short staffed, but she talks about how this girl looked her in the eye. Looked her in the fucking eye, and I think she's probably in her maybe early 20s, or like she's only 20 or 19, and she goes, yeah, I only work in bursts. Looked at her in the fucking eye and said, like, and Rachel was like, I don't know what that means. And she goes, I only can work in bursts. That means I work for like 20 minutes and then I have to sit down.
For how long? 20?
Probably, yeah. And Rachel just has to go like,
well, then you don't have a job here.
But right? But like, you can't say that anymore. So like,
can you not, like, if that's,
she just,
but that's the thing too. Like, is that discriminating? If you're like, I'm sorry, this is not the job description.
Correct.
So at that point, is it okay or is it not? But now it's not, I feel like, at all, even if it's like.
Right. So, and like, but the fact, the point I'm going for is like, she has the balls to just say it. She's like, oh no, I just work in bursts. Like, not even like worried about any ramifications. Like, oh, this statement could get me. I
deserve to be able to say what I need.
This statement could get me fucking fired, right? Like, it's great that you feel like you have a freedom of expression and then you feel comfortable in your workplace to be able to say what you need to say, but to just like not feel like, oh, this is what it is, and you're gonna take it as my boss, and this is just what it is. And then if you tell me whatever, I'm gonna like fucking throw a fit. Like, it's just so, to me, I don't know how I would be able to work in that environment, because I don't know how I would reconcile my fucking anger. I'd be like, you're a little twat. Pick up that fucking broom and do the job or leave.
Then do it faster in 20 minutes,
But the problem is, I bet you she'd be like, okay, bye.
Exactly.
So I'm sure her hands are tied. Rachel's hands are tied.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
that's what I'm talking about. Like, there are some people that I'm just like, I can't do it.
I know.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I really
It's
do like a
weird
lot of you.
sometimes.
Yes.
It's just
It's
a generation
it's a fine
gap.
line, right? And I'm sure the boomers had that all
They
about
did.
us.
They
so
They did.
Yeah.
Because we had tattoos and shit. They're like,
we had
these motherfuckers
piercings.
have tattoos and they're serving me?
they know how to like work and crack the internet codes, and I don't know how to do any of that shit, but whatever.
All right. Well, we're going to move along.
Yeah, sorry. I'm getting on a tangent.
Oh, that's fine.
My bad.
We're going to move. I just don't. Yeah.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
You know.
Move it along.
We're
please.
moving along. So what are these kids wearing? Okay. Because I don't fucking know. Do you know? I don't know. I hear some things about what they're wearing, but here's the hottest trends among Gen Zers. Okay, guys? Mm-hmm. Just so we're all in the know.
Okay.
Baguette bags. I didn't even know what that was.
I'm sorry. Say that
A
again.
baguette bag? Apparently it's one of those small, little, thin, long bags. And they got a little strap.
That looks
It's
like
like a little purse. Like those little like Louis Vuittonies and the little.
Oh, okay.
And
So-
the little. They're just like little, long, skinny bags.
So they look like fanny packs.
They're like little Clueless bags.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
They're not fanny packs. They
But
have a strap around.
But they look
shoulder.
like it, but they just have they have this longer strap.
I think it's more about the longer bag.
The shaft of the bag.
It's like a long baguette, and then you put a strap on it.
So
It's just made out of bread, Shay. It's
So
not
just a-
gluten free.
so just
It's
a dildo bag.
not
Got it.
celiac friendly. Okay.
Perfect. Sounds about right.
Oh no.
Did your? Oh, I thought your
I
computer
thought I did
died.
too. Scarf tops are coming back. Scarf tops, apparently. Like
tops.
you just have like one of those kerchiefs you tie in half, and then it's like a tube top.
It's like a tool.
But then you tie it around your side or the back, and it's just like a big scarf, almost like a handkerchief. Or like this scarf. I don't know, guys. I'm not in the know. Non-skinny jeans. We have heard this, which is like, that's fine. I'm fine with wearing loose jeans unless. But also, I'm still gonna wear skinny jeans. Okay. I know they got some shit about those, but sorry.
It's fine.
Slip dresses. You know what a slip dress? Those little like silky little. They literally just look like a slip that you'd wear under a dress, but
yes,
it's just a
yes,
dress.
yes.
Those are cute.
Those are pretty
Chunky
cute.
layering necklaces, clips, caps, and head scarves.
Oh, I've seen this head scarves.
Butterfly clips are
Oh, those
definitely coming back.
Yes, I've seen those. Oh, you know what also has come back? Saw it at fucking Lucille's a couple weeks ago. Was the like Christina Aguilera look from the 2000s, where it was like the
Like
jeans.
dirty?
Yeah, kind of like where the jeans and then the thong above the pant line.
No.
Oh, I saw it. And the baby doll tee. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? It was cringe. I was just like, holy no. Because I didn't like that style. I mean, I just never.
So whale tails are coming back.
Thank you. I was like, what is the term? It's whale tail. So whale tails are coming back. Oh, we all know the good popular A group with all the whale tails.
Oh my god, they could keep them.
They can absolutely. I thought that when the style was actually a thing. Yeah, it was bad.
What else is in? Biker shorts are back.
Yeah, I've
Obviously,
seen
we
that.
know that.
Yeah, I've
biker
seen
shorts, oversized shirts,
Yes.
very 80s.
Very, very 80s. I don't mind the oversized shirts.
No,
I like that.
I don't either. I like
that
it
look.
too. It's
Yeah, very
comfy.
grungy, very
Like-
Kurt Cobain.
It is. I like
Yeah,
it.
I'm into it.
Platform sneakers, which
I've seen
definitely
those.
like that. Me, I'm into that for sure.
Getting that baby spice groove going on.
For the boys, shorter shorts, more vibrant colors, ripped jeans, little fucking jogger pants. All
Yep.
the boys are wearing the joggers, I guess. And a lot of the Gen Z boys are wearing brighter colors, apparently.
Are they?
I guess. I don't fucking know.
The only
You guys,
Gen Zers
how
that-
old am I for like Googling this shit?
I mean, that's pretty funny. I would love to
It was
see.
hilarious. I was
would
laughing
love
the whole
to
time.
see your Facebook like feed, since it like probably codes all that shit. I know we're going to do a little refill for my next one.
Yeah, that was real good.
Yeah.
What they're not wearing is skinny jeans, long shorts,
Tell me about
or
it.
leather jackets.
Fuck them.
Maybe just the boys. I don't believe. It's like leather jackets are classic. Fuck you.
Right? Leather jackets are like fucking very nostalgic. What are you talking about?
I know.
But that's not good for the earth. It's not good for the
you're
earth.
Right. It's not vegan. They're bringing back Juicy Couture tracksuits. Apparently, they're bringing them back. Ugg boots. I mean, Ugg boots are like whatever.
Go in and out.
They do, but apparently the demand for Ugg boots skyrocketed 525% in 2001. 2021. I'm sorry.
I shouldn't say this
Like,
because
what?
like I would take any sponsor that would throw shit at us, but not that Uggs is listening to this.
Uggs would not be a bad.
It wouldn't be, but like honestly, Uggs and like any of those types of boots, not just Uggs, but like the bear paws, all of that, like they're great for like a week, and then they get destroyed and they're disgusting.
If you actually are around snow,
correct? Like they're pointless in Denver, or I'm sorry, like up here in Fort Collins and stuff like that. Like unless. What is my favorite? It's like the best meme is like, oh, good. Han Solo season is upon us. It's like when they're wearing the leggings, the Ugg boots, and like the little vests. Oh, it's great.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
And then they're drinking pumpkin spice.
100 pumpkin spice latte. My favorite.
So one TikTok user, apparently this was like this huge thing on TikTok. I don't have TikTok, so I don't know. But she took a pair of Uggs. She took a pair of Uggs. Mm-hmm. You know, I've been thinking about it, okay? People are really intriguing me on TikTok. You would
get lost in it. I guarantee you.
I would. I probably shouldn't. So someone took an old pair of like Uggs and they cut them into ankle boots. And then that video had more than like 5 million views on TikTok because people thought it was like crazy that she did that and like awesome. But it's like, don't they already sell those?
They do.
Don't they sell ankle Ugg boots?
But she probably was like at the Regina, Georgia for school, and so now they're all doing it.
You think that you guys invented the ankle Ugg boot? You fucking didn't.
See, that's the other thing too. Is like they make like this is a life hack, and I'm like, you little fucking bitch.
Have you guys ever heard of bare naked ladies?
I'm like, I'm gonna murder all of you. Oh my God.
Have you ever heard of this 80s song that's on Stranger Things that they put on here?
Yes.
Because this. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
What's that lady's name? Jan. Who knows? That song that everyone's obsessed with that's from Stranger Things.
Oh, it's like it's a whole it's part of this. Do you watch that show?
Yeah. We're on the new season like yesterday.
Okay, so you'll see, and you know why it's so you haven't gone through a whole lot, so you'll see why it's significant, like why they're fucking playing that song over and over again. But yeah, I hear that song everywhere. I'm like, oh my God. Holy shit.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Michelle Branch, remember that song?
Oh, God. Yes, I do.
Everywhere to me. And when I close my eyes,
that is a very 2000.
It's you, I believe. I bet they're going to make that song popular next.
Oh, 100%. And then Mandy Moore's going to come back. I mean,
we've been missing her like candy.
We have.
We're missing you, girl.
I mean, hell, she's been doing all right.
She's doing great.
She's doing great.
All right, guys. What are these kids saying? Okay.
Oh, God.
I wanted to get into some words because there are some words I'm like, what did you just say?
Hit me.
Some words are funny. Some I like knew. Some I was like, what? Okay, here's one. A stan.
What the fuck does that mean?
So it's not short for Stanley.
Okay.
It's a combination of the words stalker and fan. So if you stan someone, it means you're obsessed, but not in a creepy way.
Wait, say that one again.
So a stan is someone who is a stalker and a fan.
No, just say the word.
Stan.
Stan.
Okay. S-T-A-N.
Oh, like you're being a stan. Okay, got it.
But also, I'm like, doesn't that just mean like Stan from the Eminem? Like Stan? Like the Eminem song? The one that was obsessed with him?
Yeah, that's
I'm
fair.
like, is that what just you, like, did you know that that's a thing first?
Well, they hope that people like you don't uncover their shit.
They do.
Wait till they start using
Drake. I'm a sleuth.
Wait till they start like pulling stuff from Drake songs. Then you're gonna really lose your
bitches.
shit. You're gonna really
you did
lose
not
your
make
shit.
that up. Motherfuckers never loved us. Okay, next up is an e-boy or an e-girl. An e-boy or an e-girl
Yes.
is similar to emo,
Okay.
or goth culture, but they use the internet to express themselves. So they're called e-boys or e-girls. I don't know. So it's like their version of emo.
Okay.
Okay, next is cap. No cap.
Cap? Like captain?
Cap, like C-A-P.
Okay. Got it.
It's an older but still relevant term, which means to lie. If you say no cap, It means you're being authentic or truthful.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. I always was like, when I first saw people talking about cap or whatever, I was like, does that mean like, that's the, the cap, like, no more.
Right.
No.
That's what I would think.
Nope.
Like when you cap something off.
Yeah. Nope. No.
That doesn't make it. Okay. That's stupid. This part is just making me angry, but okay, cool.
Next is high key, I guess, is a good
high key.
High key instead of low key. You're high key.
Oh.
High vibes. I don't know.
High key. That's
sure.
Also stupid.
This was my favorite one. Cheugy.
What the fuck is that?
Cheugy. 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 Can you please use that in the sentence? Yes, I can.
What is it?
When millennials talk about Gen Z, it is very cheugy, which means it's not trendy at all.
Oh, shut the
cheugy.
Fuck up. That's not what that means.
Cheugy. I think I'm saying it right.
Cheugy means it's not trendy.
If you guys want to call in and tell us the correct pronunciation.
Yeah, can you call in, please? Wait, so cheugy means that it's not trendy.
Is not at all trendy.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I know. Next up, we have simp.
I've heard of that one.
Which is like,
yeah,
someone who does way too much for the person they have a crush on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're, but that means like simpleton to me. Like you're too simple.
Like it's like usually also it means like they're too. It's like another way of saying they're too sensitive.
Oh, you're a simp.
You're a simp. Like I don't want to do
Jack Harlow calls someone a simp in his song.
Yes, such a simp. But I'm like,
whatever. And then he rhymes it with pimp, I'm pretty sure. So
perfect.
It's classic poetry.
He is a poet.
And he knows it.
He does know it.
Next up is guap.
Guap.
Which I kind of like this one. It means money. A lot of money.
Okay, I like that.
I got my guap.
It's kind of like guac. And like guac does cost extra.
You're right. So it's like that.
It's just like that. I can see where they
Look at
made
those context clues.
I can feel that one. I can feel that one out. All right, I'm into that.
Oh, here's one of my favorite words: snatched.
Oh, that's too close to snatch. I don't like that.
But it means if someone's looking snatched, it means they look really good in their outfit.
If you're looking snatched,
because
you're already snatched up. When your snatches looks good.
Your snatches? You have two? Oh my.
Don't tell anybody.
Oh my God. You better put that on your Tinder profile.
Oh yeah, there's two of them. You got to find the second one though.
And if you do, I'll give you a little treat. Okay, next is sus.
Okay, sus. I've heard of that.
So many breathes.
And I can't.
Suspect.
I feel like I've tried to use it before and I'm just like, I can't do that.
Ooh.
It gives me the chills. I don't like it. So sus.
Next is bussin', which is a word you use when something tastes delicious, which I didn't think that.
Why don't you just say it tastes delicious?
Because you can say bussin'.
It tastes it sounds like it tastes busted. And
Shay,
that's not...
That's because you're not hip.
Okay. Clearly. Such a simp.
And I know. So the last one is small, which I feel like a lot of millennials use the word small, something very small, which I think that's like
small.
And I saw something else where like Gen Zers were making fun of millennials for saying small, so I was like, maybe that's
because they're just fucking jealous because they didn't think of it fucking first.
That's
and I actually
right.
I don't really like to say small, but I like to just type it out and things because it's funnier that way.
It is funny.
But anyway.
It's true.
Yeah.
So what do these kids say about us that we need to stop immediately?
Oh, God.
Not that we care, but let me tell you what they think we need to stop right now.
I'm ready. I'm ready to hear
it. We need to stop wearing our hair in a side part. No.
Fuck off.
We need to stop using the cry face laugh emoji.
Why?
It's
give me a reason.
Portrays the point.
Yeah, give me a reason why.
I don't know, Shay. I'm a millennial. I use it all the time. I use the sideways
I use it, all of it.
laughing emoji.
To really get a point my emotion.
Yes. That's what emojis are for.
Don't stifle me.
We created the emoji to express emotion.
Well, that's the other thing too. Is like they use FaceTime for fucking everything, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, like I'd much rather talk on the phone than FaceTime.
100%. God.
I mean, I don't know.
And she's like, you should well, not she. I don't know. That's not a specific person, but it's just like, yeah, you don't need emojis when you're like looking at the person because their whole face is emojis. I'm like, okay, cool. I made that up. I don't know. I'm just assuming that's where they're coming from.
I guess you're right. I mean, that makes sense. They also don't like that we like to talk about Harry Potter and our Hogwarts houses.
Fuck off with that. They are just jealous that they did not have the fucking story of a lifetime, and they're just jealous.
Yeah. They also don't like.
Do you know what your house is?
Yeah, I'm a Hufflepuff.
Oh, don't you be proud of that. My best friend's a Hufflepuff. You're also my best friend. But like,
I got you.
Yeah,
Got a bunch of Hufflepuffs running around.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
Oh, okay, that's badass.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about Hufflepuff because I just wanted to be Gryffindor.
Well, everybody does, but Hufflepuffs are fucking. I mean, Ravenclaws are wise, but like Hufflepuffs are fucking funny and they're savvy and they're smart.
I'm fucking savvy.
Exactly.
And I own that. And I will compare my personality trait
and Hufflepuffs, you know what they are? They're loyal as fuck. So,
yeah.
Fuck off on
loyal to my generation.
Correct. Exactly. Yes, you are.
They also think we should stop using the word adulting.
Why? Because they don't have the ability to adult?
Exactly. Just wait till you have to actually do some shit, you little shit. You have
to move out of your mom's fucking house.
You can't be on their fucking insurance anymore, can you? You're going to have to go to the dentist by yourself.
And you get to cry when you get that $1,000 bill.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Also, again, this is me joking. I don't hate you guys.
I know, me neither. This is just fun. It's fun to like make fake
I just want to
arguments on the internet.
100%.
It's fun about internet things.
Correct.
They also don't like us taking selfies from above.
Why?
Because
it's fake.
And they don't like when we don't look. Apparently, we don't look in the camera.
I'm sorry, what?
Like, we don't look in the little eye of the camera. We just look at the screen. But they look at the camera.
Wait, so...
Apparently, this is a literal thing. So, like, they look at this...
So, I look at the camera like this.
Like, do you look into the camera or do you look at the screen at yourself?
I look at the screen.
Yeah, they don't...
They look at the camera.
They look at the camera because then you're looking at the camera like you'd be looking at a camera instead of you looking at yourself in the screen. Apparently, that's a fucking millennial thing. I don't know.
The stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I know, right?
They're dumb.
Apparently, they don't like that we love coffee.
What do they like?
I don't know. Fucking dabs. Like, fuck you guys.
They do like dabs.
And Tide Pods.
Yes, and Tide Pods. Like, I'm not going to take any fucking beverage advice from somebody that eats a fucking Tide Pod.
Yeah,
Get the hell out of here.
Also, apparently, they make fun of us for liking pizza so much. What?
It's delicious. It's bread, cheese, and fucking tomato sauce.
Exactly.
Go fuck yourself. And I can travel with it.
Who doesn't like pizza?
You're a monster if you don't.
You are a monster. And you didn't have 90s pizza joints like we did to bring it full circle.
You're just fucking jealous.
Where you guys would go to fucking pizza places for your birthday parties.
You go to Pizza Hut.
Like, do people go to pizza places for birthday parties anymore? No. Probably not.
No, they don't.
No, that was a thing for us. So maybe you should get with it and try it out.
I mean, do you remember when, like, fucking Chuck E. Cheese in its heyday?
Yeah.
Kids don't fucking know.
They don't even know.
They don't know.
Think of Coachella, but for pizza.
That's actually pretty fucking accurate.
It's very accurate.
Very accurate.
Coachella, Chuck E. Cheese.
We didn't have to pay $500 to get in. So
no, we didn't.
Who's the joke on?
And we were sober.
Yeah.
Usually. Because we were probably 6.
Yeah, unless you had Hispanic parents and like they were just like, just take this Benadryl.
Or if you were, what's his name? And you smoked marijuana when you were 6.
Who?
Robert Downey Jr.? That's what I told you on my last episode.
That's right. You're right. I'm an asshole.
And apparently they don't like that we say I did a thing.
Why? Because they were upset that they also didn't get to that first. They're just being little babies.
They are. But
it's
I get it.
Be okay.
I used to think all people older than me were nerdy, so
it's true.
But really now I'm like, you guys just we're older and wiser, and that's what we are.
Yeah.
We are 30-ish.
We are
and
30-ish.
This is 30-ish. And that's all I got.
Perfect. I like that. That was a nice little journey.
You like that?
It was like an interactive study.
And to be clear, if you're a Gen Z,
good
great.
for you.
This is hilarious.
Because again, you got ambition that we don't.
Please yell back at me.
You guys
clap back.
Yeah,
clap back.
You guys
okay?
can clap back. It's fine. That's fine. That's what this is all. It's about an open discussion, man.
And it's just silly and funny, and because I didn't know half of those things that are apparently a big thing.
I didn't.
And maybe they're not even a thing.
There's
only if you live on the internet.
There's
forever.
another word too that they use a lot, and I can't. Ellie uses it all the fucking time, and I can't remember what it was. Damn it.
Jinkies? Just kidding.
That would be amazing if that was. I'd be like, bring that one back. Fuck.
Oh, Scoodles.
Oh, Scoodles.
Well, I guess that's all I got for you.
Nice.
That's all I got for you guys. So I guess it's time for Shannon to step up to the plate.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Okay. So,
I'm excited.
do you want to take a wild guess of what I'm doing?
Are you going to do Bigfoot?
No.
Did we already do Sasquatch?
I don't think we did Sasquatch, but
I think I just listened to some weird shit about some Sasquatch.
Correct. You might have. Take
okay.
one more guess.
One more guess. Paranormal.
It's pretty popular.
The Loch Ness Monster?
Oh, that'd be a good one, but that's on my list, but no.
Okay. Tell me.
Third time. One more time. One more.
You already did the Chupacabra.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're...
Think bigger.
Bigger than a goat sucker?
Yeah. Think bigger, like overall.
The abominable snowman.
No. It's the Bermuda Triangle. Think bigger.
I was thinking like an actual creature.
I know you were going for like one thing. Mm-hmm. I went for all the things.
Oh, fuck yeah, Bermuda.
So this was interesting about when you remember the Bermuda Triangle, like when you were learning about it, I guess, I don't know if you ever learned about it in school or if you just were like, do you remember it like being like kind of more of a bigger like mystical thing? Okay, so that's what I kind of went into. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to fucking like consolidate this to 30 fucking minutes? But come to kind of find out, like there's information on it, but it's not as spooky as you kind of remembered. It was like a much bigger deal when you were little because it was like this.
Because they didn't know exactly what was happening?
Correct. So, and I think again, and it makes me sound old, and it kind of goes to yours, right? Like being a millennial and like, yeah, it was kind of the start of like, but it was like one of those like X-Files things and but there wasn't like a
real life
shit ton of information on it and everything else. So it was only like this handful of documentaries that you got and you're like, well, that's fucking weird. Anyway, so so when I was like kind of diving into this,
didn't Amelia Earhart like disappear in the Bermuda Triangle or some shit?
I kind of remember hearing about that, but I didn't really find a lot of like concrete
because they've never found her, right?
They never found her, and they think but I don't think where she ended up was in the area or whatever when like her last contact was, but it was always a thing. Like, did she just fall, whatever, she
disappear into the vortex? Correct.
So
into the portals,
which that's a theory. So anyway, so here we all. So
here we all.
Yeah, we all know it, but in case you don't, the Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, others have referred to it also as limbo of the lost. It is referred to as limbo of the lost, and there's another one that's called the Hoodoo Sea, which I actually kind of like the Hoodoo Sea. Hoodoo. So it's an urban legend focused on a loosely defined region in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean. So Miami to Bermuda, obviously, and then Puerto Rico, covering about 500,000 square miles. So
that's considered North Atlantic?
That's what it says, the North Atlantic, the western part of the North Atlantic.
I guess that would be more far. North than
not
the
like
South
where the Titanic
Atlantic.
Was, but like so like on the southern part of the North Atlantic.
Got it.
Yeah. So it's like where the number of aircraft and ships are said to have disappeared under mysterious circumstances. The idea of the area as uniquely prone to disappearances arose in the mid 20th century, but most reputable sources dismiss the idea that there is like any mystery at all. So here we go. We're gonna dive into all that. 2 seconds.
Dive in.
And I'm gonna fix this again because it's bothering the hell out of me. So I can't do that.
Heard that.
Yeah. My face is too little and short. This works much better.
Mine's too big and giant.
It's fine. It'll just take some getting used to. Okay, so do you want to take any wild guesses who the first person who laid supernatural...
Christopher Columbus.
You fucking nailed it. I'm not kidding. I'm not fucking...
Why didn't he disappear?
So
in the Bermuda Triangle.
Our homeboy, Christopher Columbus, sailed through the area on his first voyage,
exchange.
100% to the New World. He reported that a great flame of fire, most likely a meteor, crashed...
The original Fire Fest!
The original fucking... He was on his way. It's all coming together.
If you guys don't know about what we're talking about, we did an episode on this, and it's called the OG Fire Fest, so you should probably go look it up.
It talks all about the Columbus Exchange. It's great.
And Fire Fest.
Yes. That was a pretty good episode.
It was a great episode. Very early, too.
Very, very early.
It was probably our best earliest.
We were on our game then, that day. It was good. We also... Let's see. So we also wrote about erratic compass readings. Perhaps because at the time... a sliver of the Bermuda Triangle was one of the few places on Earth where true north and magnetic north lined up. So, again, kind of wish, like you said, aliens would have come and scooped his little fucking happy ass up, but whatever. Anyway, so
it was just a conundrum down there.
Yes, 100%. So, like, people, like, so what Columbus writes about those findings, but a lot of people were just like, it was just because it's just a weird part where that's why your compasses were weird, you fucking asshole.
But why are the compasses weird?
It's like, it's something with, and I'm sure Austin can tell us all about it.
Austin.
It's something with, I think, the compasses itself with true north and magnetic north are different. So it's like a pull in the gravity, I believe. I could be 100% wrong about that, but it is something where the compasses will be all fucked up. And in part of the Bermuda Triangle, it is like
because the magnetic pull is just different down there.
It's just like it's just the pull of the gravity or the pull of because I think the compasses are
because there's alien portals.
100%. So that's what people say oh, it's because of the portals, and most scientists are like, yeah, that's not correct, but okay. I think it's something with the pull of the North Pole, right? Because if it's the compasses are all based with that, but again, I don't know. I'm sure Austin can tell us all about it. Okay. Anyway, so, fast forward a bit, and reports of unexplained disappearances did not really capture the public's attention until the 19th and 20th century, so here are some of the big ones. Out of all the accounts of the Bermuda Triangle myths, this one is the, really spooky and, unnerving one. This is the story of a ship, Ellen Austin, falling trap to a ship that was considered to be a bad omen. In 1881, while Ellen Austin was on its way, the crew came across an abandoned ship that I lost my place at. Where did it go? Oh, I went all the way to my bottom of my page. And we're done. I'm just kidding. Okay.
And that's all.
And that's it. So during the course, Ellen Austin's crew lost track of the abandoned ship when I skipped over that too. Okay. So in 1881, while Ellen Austin was on its way, the crew came across an abandoned ship that had all the amenities intact, but not a single crew member aboard. In an effort to salvage the ship, some of the Ellen Austin's crew hopped into the nameless ship to maneuver it to New York. So
it was just floating in the middle?
It was just floating, and they call those ghost ships. So it was just floating, and it was they claimed that there was a bunch of amenities there, but there was no crew sailing it.
What if you came across that kind of shit?
You don't get on the fucking ship. You leave. You get the fuck out of there. During the course, Ellen Austin's...
It's free loot.
I guess so. I guess in the 1880s, they didn't fucking know. During the course...
Ching Shay would have been on that shit.
She would have. She would have.
Ching Shi.
Ching Shi.
That's how you say her name.
I'm pretty sure. She's probably, her ghost is going to come
She's been perfect. I don't even have to kill anyone for this.
This was great. I could only be a little bit cursed. And she didn't give a fuck about her crew, so it was fine.
Exactly. She's like, I got this.
It's fine. So during the course, Ellen Austin's crew lost track of the abandoned ship. When they came across it again, the ghostly ship was again crewless. So that is when Ellen Austin transmitted for a rescue ship. It was communicated that Ellen Austin was again dispatching a few of its crew members to the nameless ship, which I don't know why you would fucking do it again, but whatever. Upon reaching the communicated point, rescue ships never found any of the two. Both Ellen Austin and the ghost ship had just disappeared.
So they were never recovered?
No. So that was the biggest thing with that story. So which then led to several accounts of sightings of the Ellen Austin with that ghostly ship, trying to mislead the ships or just trying to capture the dispatched crew members.
Weird.
Yeah, so it's like a urban legend. Obviously, kind of sounds a lot like Davy Jones' locker and shit like that.
Yeah. But 1881, like.
But I mean, like, and like, who's to say, right? Because you never know with stuff like that. But with just like kind of people that like they made stories up when they were just. I mean, you were sailing across the goddamn sea for like fucking years.
Yeah, you're probably delirious.
Yeah, you're fucking delirious. But who knows? It could
eating biscuits and rat turds.
I'm trying not to die. Okay, so next, an especially infamous tragedy occurred in March of 1918 when the USS Cyclops, a 542-foot long Navy cargo ship with over 300 men and 10,000 tons of magnesium ore aboard, sank somewhere between Barbados and Chesapeake Bay. The Cyclops never sent out an SOS distress call, despite being equipped to do so, and the extensive search found no wreckage. So, only God and the sea know what happened to the great ship, was stated by the president, Woodrow Wilson. And in
Joseph Biden.
He was alive then, which wouldn't shock me. In 1941,
He was.
Not in 19... Fuck off.
Wait,
1918.
He was born 10 years later.
He was born a month later.
15 years.
It's so true, though. In 1941, two of the Cyclops' sister ships similarly vanished without a trace along nearly the same route. So again, spooky.
I bet it's the Kraken.
It's totally the Kraken.
Or the Loch Ness.
I mean, or both. Maybe they're tag teaming. Then in December of 1945, 5 Navy bombers carrying 14 men took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in order to conduct practice bombing runs over some nearby shores, as you do. But with this, like when they were doing that, their compasses apparently malfunctioned. The leader of the mission, known as Flight 19, got severely lost. All 5 planes flew aimlessly until they ran low on fuel and were forced to ditch at sea. That same day, a rescue plane and its 13-man crew also disappeared after a massive weeks-long search failed to turn up evidence. The official Navy report declared that it was as if they had flown to Mars, which I don't know why they said.
Perfect. Thank you for telling my family that.
But I guess in 1945, that was like a big.
They might as well flow to Mars.
They just
so
flew
we don't know where your
to
family
Mars.
is.
It's fine, but here's a check for $45. Hi, baby.
Here's a Kit Kat.
Here's a kitty cat. Oh, do you like it in here because you don't have the puppy and you don't have to fight for my attention? Can I set this down, please? Fucking narc. And it's like an arc in here.
No, you have so many animals.
I know. It's ridiculous. Where are we at? Okay. In 1960, let's see, the Marina Sulphur Queen, which I think is just a funny name for a ship, was converted into a carrier of molten sulfur from being a T2 tanker. It was a 600 feet giant built in 1944 for the purpose of storage. On the ill-fated day of February 2nd of 1963, it set sail to its concluding journey. At the time, it was carrying 15,000 tons of molten sulfur and 39 valued crew members. I don't know why I kept in valued, because to really hone in that fact.
They were valued and treasured.
They were a treasure. Its existence was last acknowledged on February 4th. Just like in many cases, its radio transmission broke mysteriously mid-sentence. What's more intriguing is that during the transmission, the commander was briefing about good weather conditions and helpful navigation just before the reporting was cut short. It was sad to see such a a tanker meet an end like this after years and years of successful operations.
So that one disappeared?
That one just disappeared.
So they haven't found any of these ships.
They say they have not. That they're just gone.
They're just sucked to the bottom of the... Is there
Correct.
a sinkhole over there?
But I think so too. I don't know how...
people dive in shit.
I don't know why I didn't look this up, but...
The area?
I don't know how, in for the Titanic, right?
Yeah.
Like they just kind of knew vaguely where it was, but it was 2.5 miles underneath the ocean, or 3 or something like that.
I guess that's...
So maybe it's that kind of depth, and they just assume, but they're like too spooked out to. I don't know. They never.
Or they can't get down there.
Right. So I think that might be something about that, but they don't.
Like maybe
they just said they never found it
over there too. That like literally.
Oh, they're just like
they can't get.
It's too spooky.
I'm
too
scared.
I'm too spooked.
Or they know something that they don't want us to know. Whoa,
Colonel. Correct.
Colonel.
So the most recent incident of the Bermuda Triangle happened on in 2015 when the SS Pharaoh with 33 aboard sank in the middle of the Atlantic. And the last aircraft incident above the triangle was in 2019 when 7 people were killed in a helicopter crash in the Bahamas. There are several thousand more disappearances and losses which have been accounted for but never came to light. Have not been accounted for but never came to light due to the various reasons.
Thousands?
Thousands.
That's weird.
That is very weird.
That is weird.
It is very weird. It's very but I mean if you think about it, and that's what there was a point in a lot of these articles that said
it's a kraken.
It's a pop and it's a kraken. But it's, if you really look at it statistically though, it's no different than a lot of the other places that ships have sank. It's just because it's surrounded by this urban legend that we hyper focus on it. But if you look at everything globally, it's no different than any other place. That's what they're trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that there's no it's not an increase of incidents in this one spot.
So there's thousands of ships that have been just lost at sea.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess if you think, it's when's the last time you looked up I don't know, shit that gets lost at sea? I don't.
Never, because they don't talk about it.
Exactly.
But when I was in Florida, because where my parents have their house now, and it's on the Treasure Coast, people are always looking for ships up and down that coast,
right?
And in the Indian River even,
right?
And so that I guess makes a little more sense. If you can't even find something in a goddamn river, how are you gonna find in the goddamn ocean? How the fuck are you gonna find thousands that's
right?
Mind blowing how big the ocean is.
Yeah, right. And it's the most, and we still have what is it? We only explored 5% of it.
Yeah, it's outer space is more explored or something weird.
More explored, which is bananas to me.
We know more about outer space or something than we do the ocean.
Which I can't even imagine what is in the middle of this Pacific Ocean. In the very middle, oh God.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking it just gives me the chills. It gives me the fucking chills.
It's another
world, dude.
Literally.
It gives me the fucking chills.
They completely live 1,000,000% different than we do up on
it's freaky.
Up where they walk, up where they run.
When they play all day in the sun.
Where they stay.
Yeah, but the only ones that have been accounted for, it's only at least 50 ships and 20 airplanes have disappeared at the Triangle that have been accounted for.
Out of thousands.
But it says there are several thousand more disappearances and losses which have not been accounted for.
But I want to know how many ships have been lost at sea ever.
Total. I mean, that has to be.
What is there? There's really no
I'm
there's
sure
a lot more in this
there,
area than there has been in the entire
that's
compared to the entire ocean.
That's what it says. In almost every single article is if you really think about it, though, we just hyper focus on it, but it's no different. There's not a hyper there's not just a bunch of ships and planes that disappear in this one spot that doesn't disappear in up by wherever the Atlantic.
Yeah, but it is. I mean,
I don't know. We just always I don't know. It's just it's again we hyper focus on it because it's spooky.
An underground alien.
I mean, there could be
warship.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past them.
And they're trying to hide it.
100%. Wouldn't put it past them.
I mean, who knows?
Who knows?
There's shit in the fucking bottom of the mountains and shit. So
it's true. It's true.
Who knows?
The term Bermuda Triangle was used first by Vincent Gaddis in 1964 in his article published in in one of his magazines. Let's see. And that's like where we coined the term, because he was like, "Oh, this is kind of spooky."
It's a triangle of disappearance.
Yes, it's a triangle of despair.
Bermuda.
Exactly. So we're just gonna make it spooky. So let's just talk a little bit about, like, there's some obviously some theories surrounding the Bermuda Triangle, like why it is what it is. So obviously we go to the extraterrestrial, right? Mm-hmm. So much that defines the logic of everyday life seems to be attributed to the extraterrestrial beings. A ship disappears, so it must be our friends from Mars who have traveled across space and time to steal our secrets of flotation or in atmospheric
They don't need that shit.
They don't need it. It was sarcastic.
They're not stealing us for that.
No. So, but obviously there are multiple theories that it's just a bunch of fucking aliens, and like it's the government, which was still weird. I still find that very weird. Like in 2020, we're like, oh, by the way, here's a bunch of aliens that you guys were kind of suspicious about, but it's true. Okay, bye. So I mean, who's to say? It could be where their base is. I don't know.
So they just brushed over that real quick.
Yeah. So there's another theory too, like
during a pandemic a fucking uproar of the entire society.
You can't say that we didn't say anything.
And political fucking whatever.
Correct. And then they also talk about how the incidents could be surrounding its own biosphere. So the Bermuda Triangle is said to have is said to be so eerie that it has its own weather and environment. There have been reports of deadly tornadoes and violent storms when there were no such weather predictions for that area. Many lives and precious articles have been lost in such unheeded calamities of nature. Such strange anomalies have no explanation other than being driven by an atmosphere unbeknown to us. So, but I don't really think that fucking theory holds water.
There's just some weird.
Yeah, that's what people claim. I'm just like, okay. I put it down, but I'm just like, that doesn't really hold water to me, but whatever. Mm-hmm. The presence of pirates, which is also another big theory. Mm-hmm. Especially because all the big ones that happened like in the 40s and like the early 1900s or the late 1800s, right? Mm-hmm. So piracy occurs in all seas around the globe. The U.S. Department of State cautions against the possibility of encountering vessels engaged in illicit activities near the Bahamas, which again, it's ripe for fraud, right? Which again, they talk about that in like one of the Fire Festival ones. Documentaries, like just how like the Bahamas, and they're all like fucking developing countries and they are ripe for fraud. So there's pirates everywhere. So but if you had aspirations to be a pirate, wouldn't you choose a place where people like would cast blame for like normal suspicious acts?
And like, how could they be so stealthy?
Right.
They're like, there's not gonna be any blood, there's not gonna be anything wrong with these ships, even though they're gonna be but that's the other thing too,
right?
So those ships that like people found ghost ships,
right,
eventually ended up sinking and no one ever found them,
right? That's what they're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like those are like, especially that one comes from like a tale like from the 1800s. So like, is that just a sailor's cautionary tale of like what you don't up? Right, was he fucked up, or was it just like, you just don't, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So again, who's to say?
Again, 90% of history has been lost.
Correct. So there's another weird theory. It's surrounding methane gas. Okay. Believe it or not. So the latest culprit...
To blame the cows.
To blame the cows, yeah. So the latest culprit in the Bermuda Triangle is methane, a natural gas that is less dense than water. So if you happen to be sailing through a patch of ocean when a massive methane bubbles up from the deep, then yes, your boat could in fact sink. Science. Gas hydrate exists in deep, high pressure environments found in all world's oceans, including parts of the Bermuda Triangle. But there are no record instances that such incident has occurred. So that was what they were talking about. Like, remember when we were talking about like that big methane boat?
Yeah.
That sank. There was a theory about that. Like, did something just happen? Or just did something explode or something like that, and it just fucking sank to the bottom? Like it just decided not to hold like flotation anymore, and
so
it just
methane
sank.
gas is heavier than water,
I guess. Like, so that's what one of this theory is, which that seems really fucking weird. Then like you would see boats.
Well, there's this fucking dope, I think it's a Planet Earth or something, one of those shows. And do you remember? And it's like there's that lake under the water because the water has, I don't know if it has anything to do with methane, but it's like because it's like has a different composition or whatever, and it literally like makes a lake in the ocean.
I
That's
have
just
heard
kind of
that.
one that kind of reminds me of, but I don't know if it's methane. But
isn't
anyways,
there another one? Like
shit's
there's
weird.
another part of like
Science.
there's one sea that you can't
put
boats on because it's like it's not the Dead Sea, but it's one of the ones that because it doesn't hold the boats because it makes them,
I don't know.
It doesn't make them float. I could have Austin, help us out.
Austin, you have a lot of work to do on this episode.
I'm pretty sure there
fact-checking.
is one that because I remember hearing about, learning about that, like in.
Well, the Dead.
But it's not the Dead Sea, but like it's something like that where it doesn't hold, like you can't, like the boats
Weird.
won't, the boats won't float. I could be making that up in my brain though. So sorry about that, Austin. So anyway.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. So
Fact checkers.
of course, the obvious one are rogue waves. So you're going around your little boat with your sail and your fucking methane gas. No, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And it's rising
Your
and falling.
giant ship.
Your giant ship. It's rising and falling in like the little ocean. And you're enjoying the sun and the sea and the wind when BAM! Wave hits you. I mean, It wouldn't be like out of the blue though. That's a good explanation for some shit.
But then it sinks you all the way down.
Oh fuck yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess it's a wave.
100%. Like if you get like a giant tidal wave and like it just like hits you like all of a sudden.
Does that happen a lot? I mean, I guess there are some waves on the middle of the ocean.
Well, I would think that especially like again in like
the Bahamas.
the biggest ones that got lost were like in the 40s. I mean, back before like really big modern technology was happening.
But they knew how to make ships.
Right, but I mean but you know what I'm saying? Like when before, I mean, you don't hear about it now. And that is one thing. I mean, I was going to say that later, but like that's the one thing about the Bermuda Triangle now. Like there are planes that fly over it all the fucking time. There's boats that go through it all the time, and we don't have incidences. Mm-hmm. So could it be rogue waves that happened to what happened to all these ships and
or maybe the aliens cooled off because we have so much more technology now.
That is true. They're onto us.
They're like,
so
well, they'll figure us out. So we gotta chill.
Yeah. So they do have them without warning, even in the Bermuda Triangle. It happens all over the globe. So this is a theory that actually holds water, so to speak. And
does it?
Yeah, after human error is the most credible explanation for the mysterious disappearances in Bermuda Triangle.
Some dumb motherfuckers getting fucked up and lost.
Correct. And then of course we have the magnetic anomalies, which we've kind of already talked about. If you ever watched a TV show on Bermuda Triangle, when you've heard of the recordings of pilots knowing their instruments have gone haywire, so let's think about that reasonably. True north only. Oh, I did write it down. Haha. True north only exists in a small area of the Earth. True north is a fixed point on the globe. Magnetic north is quite different. Magnetic north is the direction that a compass needle points to as it aligns with the Earth's magnetic field. So they're two different things.
Which is mind-boggling.
Which is, right? Like, that's why I can never be a fucking scientist. Like, who will figure that fucking shit out?
Never be a cartographer.
What, the fact that you even knew the word.
I mean, they draw maps.
Okay, well,
that's
good
the
on
only
you.
thing I remember from fucking history.
I don't remember
grade.
that at all. So good
Fifth
on
grade.
you. You're like, I will remember that because that's something I will never be able to do.
Exactly.
Perfect. What's interesting is that the magnetic North Pole shifts and changes over time in response to changes in the Earth's magnetic core. Which is
I heard
cool.
that isn't it really shifting right now
Which
to
I've
like
heard,
be south or something?
Right, when they're trying to wasn't that a big thing for like a long time that the poles were gonna flip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that happen? Like, why aren't we talking about that?
I don't know. And then that's what.
And then like the fucking birds migrated weird or something because of it. Didn't that happen like in 2020 or something?
It wouldn't shock me if it did.
And then the coronavirus.
And then we have whoa.
It's a distraction.
It's totally a distraction. Let's see.
Just kidding.
Let's see. Magnetic variations are normal, and most pilots, sailors, and computers with GPS know this and compensate compass bearings to adjust to true north. But even if a compass goes haywire, does that mean it's an unexplained mystery? Magnetic anomalies, again, even locally, all happen all over the world. But thousands and thousands of planes, sailboats, motor yachts, and other waterbound vessels seem to just exit unscathed. So it could just be, again, a lot of these things could have just been human fucking error. But that's not as fun.
But we don't know.
That's just not as fun.
But we don't actually know.
We don't know. So let's see. And of course, there's is that where the existence of Atlantis is?
Yes.
I mean, clearly this is
it got blasted off the earth. It's not here anymore.
Well,
the old one or something.
The Atlantis' theory just got swallowed up by water because the people got too greedy with the technology. So it had to be wiped
off. They
off.
fucked themselves up.
Correct. But it was full of enlightenment and blah, blah, blah. So
that's another episode for another day.
That's another episode
Atlantis.
for another day. Yeah. So Bermuda Triangle is said to be the location under which the city of Atlantis is submerged in the ocean. It is said it is said that the power and charge of Atlantis is what is responsible for all the disappearances. It is often accounted that the battered souls and demons of Atlantis attack the ships and airplanes to avenge their ruins. The theory of the Bermuda Triangle seems far-fetched, but you may never know with all that weird stuff that's happening in the Bermuda Triangle. So
that's true.
That is very true. I mean, you can't...
Who knows? It could be the demons from Atlantis.
It could be the demons, which is a very weird thing to say.
I don't think so.
In all probability, however, there is no single theory that solves the mystery. As one skeptic put it, trying to find a common cause for every Bermuda Triangle disappearance is no more logical than trying to find a common cause for every automobile accident in Arizona. Storms, reefs, and the Gulf Stream can cause navigational challenges there. The U.S. Coast Guard says, in a review of many aircraft and vessel losses in the area all over the years, there has been nothing discovered that would indicate that the casualties were the result of anything other than physical causes. No extraordinary factors have ever been identified. So they're claiming bullshit, but they have to say that. It's the line from the president. It's fine.
That's what they've said all these years about aliens until now.
Don't worry. If you want to go check it out, you guys, you're fucking in luck.
What?
Because there is a cruise coming.
There's a new Fire Fest?
Yeah, there's a cruise coming to a port near you, and it has everything. No, just go. So next year, actually.
A port?
Yeah.
Denver?
So 2023. Horsetooth, 2023. Passengers on this cruise will undertake a journey to the Atlantic Ocean on the Norwegian.
Oh, this is like a new thing.
Yeah, it's a brand new liner. It's the Norwegian Prima liner heading from New York to Bermuda in March of 2023. And they are so confident about your safety that the crew is offering a full refund if you disappear. I'm not kidding. It's on their fucking website. It's hilarious. So.
And they think people will take that.
Yeah, because it's kind of funny because they're like, we're guaranteeing it's a play. It's
okay, it is supposed to be funny. Yeah, it's not supposed to actually reassure you.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be just funny. Just like, hey, we'll give you your full bucket, your money back if you disappear. Wink.
Oh my, that's cute.
Wouldn't it be with that is just, it's like, that's what happened.
We're going.
That's what happened with the fucking Titanic.
They're going to bring us on that first ship, Shay.
I'm not getting, absolutely not. I'm not fucking playing with fucking, absolutely not.
I ain't going down to Bermuda.
Get the fuck out of here.
The only Bermuda I'm going to is these Bermuda shorts.
100%. I miss Bermuda shorts.
Do ya?
I do. Stick that in your fucking Gen Z pocket and smoke it.
Yeah, stick it in there.
Right up in there.
I bet they're going to bring Bermuda shorts back. Remember when they were all the rage of Old Navy commercials?
Yeah, I had 50 fucking pairs.
Oh, Bermuda shorts.
They were great. I liked them because
Bermuda,
they were great in Texas because you would be fucking hot as balls outside and then you would go in the air conditioning and you'd be sucking so fucking cold. So it was just that nice little half capri, but not a capri.
It was.
Anyway, okay, that's my whole story.
Well, goddamn Bermuda Bahama.
Come on,
Triangle.
Mama. Yep.
That's some weird shit.
Wasn't it, though?
I don't know what I believe. I think that there's a couple weird things going on down there.
I'm sure.
You know?
I'm sure there is. I'm not privy to exactly what all happened, but I know that.
And also, I get that, yeah, there's a weird magnetic pull over there, right. But it's and I know that there's places like that all over the world. Mm-hmm. But it's fascinating that some of those places, like Sedona, Arizona or something's
right.
has this geometric, different magnetic field than other places, which is just interesting. Why is that happening?
I think there's something to it for sure. That there's
telling us
that there's there's some power, there's places that feel more sacred than others, right? And maybe the Bermuda Triangle is like that in some way, right? But like they just get like this bad rap. And like
such a bad rap because everyone's like disappearing and shit there.
Right.
What if they're just like in?
But maybe
what if there's a black hole over there?
Maybe, or maybe it's just there was some human error happening, and there's like it has nothing to do with whatever, but it is still a special place that there's some weird shit that goes on. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
We like to explain things, so
anyway,
who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Well, I guess it's that time of night, Shannon, where we roll the dice. Everyone.
Yes.
Everyone listening, thank you for being here with us tonight.
You're the best.
We really appreciate your loyalty.
We love you.
And if it's your first time, welcome. Hope you had a good time and that you'll be back.
Yes.
But this is the time where I tell you thank you, which I just did, and I love you. And if you don't already, definitely follow us on Instagram, THURDYISH. Also, if you don't know already, we are supported somewhat by a company called Farmhouse Hemp.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And they're dope. They have great fucking products. They have all their hemp products are like rosin, made with rosin, which is like the fucking best way you can extract the benefits of the plant. And they only use that. They make candies, they make salves, they make dog treats, they make fucking
CBD for your dog.
Honey, they make all sorts of shit, guys. So check them out. And if you want to check them out online, definitely use the code Thurdyish for 10% off. Okay.
Get it, girl.
THURDYISH.
It's like you practice that in the mirror.
It is. I didn't. I just feel inspired.
I'm into it. I like that energy
what else?
for you.
If you want to leave us a review, that's always great too.
Yeah.
A little iTunes review. We love those. Is that what it's called? Is it called iTunes?
I mean, is it
Apple Podcasts?
Apple Podcast. You don't use iTunes anymore.
Get on
millennial.
your Tamagotchi and leave us a review.
Come on, guys.
Get on your Nano babies.
All the emo kids are doing it. So.
And feed it. And
get on your Game Boy Color.
Yeah. If you could rate us on your AIM Instant Messenger, that would be awesome.
That'd be amazing. Sticks171.
Don't forget to add Shay.
Yes, that'd be great. Stupid.
Shay has the best Instagram name. AIM Instagram? Oh my god, I don't even know what it's called anymore. I've been sucked in by the Gen Z.
You have been. You're gonna get
AOL Instant Messenger. Okay, well, it's time to roll the dice, guys, because...
Oh, yes, I gotta grab it.
Now, at this point, this exact moment, we roll the dice, and this dice not only has numbers on it, but it helps us choose what we're going to be talking about on the next episode of Thurdyish on the following week.
All right, are we ready?
So without further ado, Shay, roll it.
Oh,
6. 6 is